Hey everyone, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. We have Jack Jones, Once Upon a Time, beautiful fairy tale title there. A request by Robert. Thank you so much for this request and donation. First time I will be reacting to Jack Jones. I wasn't aware of him. I looked him up and I saw sadly that he passed away just last year, October 2024. Rest in peace. We're going to honor him by listening to this song. Let's go.
Once upon a time, a girl with moonlight in her eyes put her hand in mine and said she loved me so. But that was once upon a time, very long ago. Once upon a hill, we sat beneath a willow tree, counting all the stars and waiting for the dawn. But that was once upon a time. Now the tree is gone.
Ooh, oh man, the passage of time. When you put this in a song, especially when you add people in the mix, it's like everybody can relate to that, right? And of course, the title, this phrase that we all know and love, of course, of starting many stories, it already implies like this is the past, right? Once upon a time, and man, and this voice, oh, I love these crooner voices, just so warm and welcoming, endearing, charming. Yeah, you can. It's comforting as well, right? You can just sometimes, especially with people who croon, right? The crooners, you can hear him smile almost sometimes, like you can see it, you can hear the smile. Does that make any sense? Beautiful. And the music is in the beginning, it was like almost fairy tale like as well, like I said, fairy tale like title. And then the music, the strings came in, and then you hear that bass, maybe little drums, maybe with brushes, I don't know, very lightly. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. That's timeless. Like, you put this on, nobody's gonna say like, "Oh, this is bad." This is, I don't know, man. This is never going out of style.
Gone. How the breeze ruffled through her hair, how we always laughed as though tomorrow wasn't there. We were young and didn't have a care. Where did it go? Once upon a time, the world was sweeter than we knew. Everything was ours. How happy we were then. But somehow, once upon a time, never comes again. But somehow, once upon a time, never comes again.
Wonderful. A little bit melancholic and sad at times, but each story must end, right? Uh, that's what makes the story matter in the end, and gives it more power. If it just goes on and on and on, what do you got? I don't know. We don't know. We are finite beings, so we don't really know what that would be like. Uh, Such a great voice, and I love the entire arrangement of this song is on point. Yeah, you just are transported to another world, and you hear harp, you hear all these great instruments. Most of them I can't even recognize by ear. I recognize the sound, and I recognize whatever feeling that conjures up within me and stuff. It's beautiful. This is real music. Yeah, and the gentleness in his voice, and you can hear that love as well, right? Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And then, of course, the line, "Once upon a time never comes again." Where did it go? Where did it go? Because you really don't know. You might have a few once upon a times in your own life. You start a journey, your school journey. You meet your partner. You become a parent. All of that. But those first, they never come back again, at least not for us. They do for somebody else, right? Which I do take some kind of comfort in, that people are starting their journeys right now today, and they get their story, and they're at their beginning, some people in the middle and some people at the end. uh I do take comfort in that, know in that knowledge, like, yeah, people are having their moment right now. It's beautiful. Hey, thank you so much for introducing me to this song, man. I had never heard this, wasn't on my radar, so it's nice to get to discover these, and some people, get to relive it, or rediscover it. I see some comments sometimes like, "Oh, I forgot about this song," and that's so cool that now I bring it back into my rotation. And there's so much out there, right? There's even things that I rediscover on this channel that I've heard in passing, or when I was a kid, and then you become uh, an adult. I'll never grow up, but I mean, you become a little bit older, and then you listen to it, and it's like, wow, I never knew what this song was really about. And it's a great way of discovering music, but also rediscovering it. And thank you for joining me on that journey. It truly is amazing. So yeah, hope to see you in another one. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Hey, this video isn't over. I hadn't had enough of this guy's face. Or if you've already sat through this message, you can click away. That's why I put it at the end, not at the beginning or in the middle of a video to disrupt it. But here I am, hat in hand. Well, if I had a hat, I would have it in my hand. Uh, Subscriber count. That's a vanity metric. I know. I'm not above vanity, but I do want to ask you if you're feeling generous, and if you made it this far in the video, and if you already watched a few of my videos and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We're nearing that 100K mark, and you get that shiny silver play button. And dads aren't cool to their kids. You know that. But maybe, just maybe, I would get 5 minutes of coolness if I could show that silver play button to my daughter. She loves YouTube, of course, like all kids. And if her daddy would have that, it would be daddy cool until she sees this video. Then it's over. But until that day, I would truly, truly appreciate it if you would subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.